Hello, good evening. When you come on in, say hello. I want to welcome you to Barbara's Stamp Pad on a Saturday night from San Antonio, Texas. Tonight is April 13th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are going to be wrapping up the scrapbooking series that we've been doing the last couple of weeks from the Good Life Scrapbooking Workshop. So tonight we're going to be putting together the final layout. I can tell you that, or remind you that this layout is no longer available. I actually have some pieces of the kit that's left that I was using. I was going to use that for personal use, but I wanted just to go ahead and wrap it up. It is the third and final layout of the three that we've already been doing the previous week. So when you come on, say hello. We'll be working off of pages 9 and pages 10 of the instructional guide. So we'll be putting those together. Let me look at my comments. Hello, Beverly. Welcome. So I am not I'm not feeling the greatest. I haven't felt the greatest for the past couple of days, but I wanted to go ahead and get on and wrap up this particular project. Now, I think I've already decided I'm going to pre-record after tonight's video. I'm going to go ahead and go pre-record tomorrow's video for my regular Sunday afternoon. So I won't be live, but there'll still be a premiere that will post at 3 p.m. And that way it's going to look like I'm live, but I'm not really live. And I can actually join in with the chat with you guys as you're watching as well. So make sure you stay tuned to after the video. So after we put these together, make sure you stay tuned. We'll be doing the drawing for last week. And also I have some small announcements to make for tonight. And we're already halfway through April, you guys. Oh my goodness. Halfway through April. I think this is the left side of the page. We're going to find out. So let me get all my pieces out. This is everything that's going to be going on the left side of the third layout. And I got a couple of pieces that are stuck. Got a little. Okay, let's get that one out. And I think I got them all. And all right, that's a lot of little pieces. Lots of little pieces. But the base piece, I think I put it in there about how I set it up, kind of like everything came out almost like it was already set up. All right, so this is, let me see if I can get this down a little bit and straighter. Something seems to be, there we go. So our base layout for our pages, the left side and the right side, is going to be the piece of Harbor, and we're going to be using the darker side of Harbor. So let's get that on there. And the first pieces that we're going to be attaching is going to be 3A. Sorry about that, 3B. These are some small pieces. That's 3B. That's 3C. This is 3D, and that is 3E. Whew, okay, so we're going to get started with those. We're going to start on the left-hand side because this says to start it about 1.5 inches in. So let me go ahead and get some adhesive on the back of this one. Y'all, we had another cat show up at our house. I'm just going to chit chat while I put these on here. We had another cat show up at our house, and I feel so sorry for this little fella. We thought it was a younger cat. I'm just trying to get it started at the 1.5 inch mark. So everything else is going to come is going to follow like right behind it. So let me make sure I get this even here. So yeah, a couple of days ago, right before 10 o'clock in the morning, we had I went out to go check on the cats, and I noticed one of them was kind of sniffing underneath the back part of my tire. And I'm going to see if I can upload a picture real quick so y'all can see. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then when she backed away, this cat came out. But y'all, I seriously thought it was a skunk. I was like, oh my God. And then the other cat that showed up mysteriously maybe a month and a half or so ago, he was right behind that cat that came out from underneath. And I'm like, where did you come from? So yeah, we have another cat. And today, was it earlier today? It was this morning. When I came back from getting my breakfast taco. And of course I ran out. When I came back from getting my breakfast taco, he was right next to my vehicle. Why can't I open this? And he was meowing, but nothing was coming out of his mouth. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But the other thing I noticed is that he didn't seem to have any teeth on his bottom. Like it looked like it was all gums. All right, come on now. Let's get this on there. There we go. He was all gums. And I was like, oh. So I thought that's what I saw. And so I made him meow again. And of course, nothing came out of his mouth. And so, but I got to see his gums. And sure enough, so I think this cat is older, but he showed up and his ear is clipped. So that told me that he was a TNR cat. And so he's fixed. He thinks he's spraying, but he's not spraying. Nothing's coming out when he's spraying. And so after, well, I guess the next day, Chris saw that he looks like a skunk. He was moving his tail like he was spraying, but nothing was coming out. And so we decided to give him a name of Pepe, like, you know, Pepe Le Pew, the skunk, the cartoon skunk. And so, yeah. But I'm glad that we're feeding him this wet food, because I had no idea he didn't have any bottom teeth. And of course, he's not letting me get too close to him. Like, he's very loving, but he doesn't, you know, he's not going to let me open up and look inside his mouth right now. I would bet he probably doesn't have very few, if not any, top teeth as well. So yeah. And let me see if it'll let me add a picture while I'm here. Let's see. Oh, it will. Let's see. I don't know why this camera, probably because I just ran into it a while ago. There we go. But this is Pepe. This is the newest cat. And you can tell how his tail is puffed, and how him just coming out from underneath my car, I would think he was a skunk, but he's not. He's a cat. But we think he's older just because, or he might just be an average aged cat, and maybe he had some dental problems that were, you know, corrected through the course of like a dental extractions of some kind. But poor baby, he's skin and bones. You can barely see in this picture, but when you feel on him, he is literally skin and bones. So, but he's getting plenty of love and plenty of attention here at the Ragsdale residence. So he'll be just fine. All right. So look, we already have these pieces down. And the next one it says is to attach 3F, which 3F is going to be one of these photo layouts. We got two photo layouts that we're putting down, and it says to attach it with some foam some 3D foam tape, but all I have right here in front of me is my dimensionals. So we're going to put this down. And I'm going to put one in the middle too, just to help stabilize when we get a picture on this little piece here. All right, so this one goes on dimensionals, but as I was reading the instructions, it doesn't seem like this one does. So we're just going to go with it. This is supposed to go about 3/8 of an inch. Where's my 3/8 of an inch from that, but 2 inches from the top. Is that 2 inches? So basically it's in the center. We're going to show a little bit of this pattern paper off the left and the right. And then this one is going to go basically right beneath that. But I'm going to put adhesive just down the middle because we're going to be tucking some stuff back behind here in a few moments. Some of these other little pieces that we have. All right, let's work on this top corner up here. On this one, we're going to take this piece of pattern paper and we are going to dovetail cut one of these ends. So let me cut this off to the side so I can get that out of the way. There we go. So let's get some adhesive on that. I love that gingham part of that. And this is going to go pretty much right here. I'm going to be layering some of these. The next one to go on is going to be this die cut. This is a die cut. And this one's going to go kind of right there. Okay. The next one that's going to go on is going to be this piece, this right here, and we're gonna make a little dovetail cut at the end of this one as well. Okay, and let's pop this up. Let's pop this up. I think in the instructions it says you can give these pieces a little dimension by popping them up with some foam tape. So we're going to do that. And that one's going to go kind of right there. And then we have this other piece, this other die cut. And that's going to go on next. But let's go put that, let's just put that down. Let's cut one of these ends. It's going to be flush with the top. Okay, and let's slide that. Let's slide that back behind there. There we go. All right, so that's that. Then we also have these little die cuts here. We've got that one. We've got that one. We've got this one. Making sure I have all my little pieces there. There's one there. And I think all these other pieces go down here on the bottom and then down here. So let's go ahead and get these layered. These are some die cuts. And it doesn't really matter if you pull this little piece out because it's going to get covered up with one of these stars. So let's put that one down first because that one's going to kind of hang out kind of like that. And then this little star, if I can grab it, it's all upside down. We're going to get a dimensional, not a dimensional, a glue dot on the back of that so we can attach that to that top of that tag. And we're going to put it right there to cover up that hole. And then this one, pop that little one out there. Let's get some adhesive on the back of that. And this one's going to go kind of right here. Gives you a little opportunity to journal a little something if you want to journal something there. And this piece, it looks like maybe, you know what? Remember a couple of videos ago, I had this loose piece. Where'd it go? It's right here. This loose piece. And I couldn't figure out where that one went. And I couldn't also figure out where that banner, wooden banner. And I think that goes on there. That's why I couldn't. Because I'm not seeing like a little black circle. But this one fits perfect on that piece that seemed to be loose the other day. Or in one of the last videos. So we're going to get a little adhesive on that. And this one's just going to go right here. Right there. All right. Now let's work on this bottom corner down here. We have a sticker that says, be grateful. I'm going to peel that off. And we're just going to put it right here. Right here at the bottom. Okay, and then now we're going to be working on this little bottom left side corner. We've got some pieces. We have this piece, so let's get some adhesive on there. And we're going to slide that basically about right there. And then we have this big piece, this big kind of half circle piece. And this one's going to slide back behind there as well. Just like that. And then we have these two little ticket pieces that we're going to slide back behind there. And one of them is going to go, let me cut that little piece off that's kind of hanging there. One piece is going to go like that. And this other piece is going to go kind of like that. And then we have it's like a star with some stitching on it. But we're gonna pop that up on a dimensional. It's a stitch star, little pre-die cut that's part of that. And let's put that right there. I left it open so a picture will slide back behind there. And then we have this piece right here, which this seems to be a little wide, but that's okay. We're supposed to dovetail cut this. So let's get that cut. And this piece is supposed to come out. Maybe that one should have gone down first. See if I can pull that up. There we go. Kind of like that. That probably sticks out too far, but that's okay. And then we've got this giant star. We're going to put that down first. We got a bunch of other stars we got to put down. So let's put that one down. And then we got this brown star right here. This one is supposed to go on, give me a moment. I think this one goes on, yeah, this one goes on top of this wooden die cut. So I'm going to get a glue dot on there, and we're going to mat this star on that piece there. So you can see that. And then we're going to put that down with another glue dot. And this one goes kind of right there, just to hang on that big star there. And then we have these other, we got two stars left. We got this larger star. So let's get a glue dot on there. And that one goes kind of hanging off there. And the smaller one goes down at the bottom. So let me grab it and get a glue dot on that one. And that one kind of goes right there. All right, and let me just make sure I don't have any pieces left over. So that is the left side of the page. And let me Catch up on some comments. Kittens and cats know you're a good house. Yeah. And Katrina's been feeding them. We've been feeding them. So, yeah. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Pat. Yeah, you're here. Thank you for sharing. So that is the left side of the page, you guys. Let me get the right side. The right side is similar in setup. So we got all our pieces here for our left side. And let me flip this page, and this is the last page of the instructions. So let's get that one going. We got our harbor piece, and then same thing. Basically, the layout is the same as far as these first few pieces that we put down. So let me bring this one back so it gives me an idea. I'm going to cheat of where I can start. And we're going to start right there. There we go. And then we're just going to put these down one right after the other. And get this straight. Bring that up a little bit so y'all guys can see what I'm doing. Make sure this is straight. It looks straight to me. All right, these are the small pieces. That's where we got to get the glue out. Put these down. All right, so while I'm putting these down and y'all are watching, make sure, this is just part of some of the announcements later, make sure you go check out the clearance section. Close to my heart is already starting to liquidate some things a little earlier than what we were told initially. So there's some stuff in the clearance that is marked down something crazy, you guys. And I have some examples to show you. Also, and I have some pictures I can pop up here when I get these pieces down. This was something that they already had in the works before they announced they were closing and going to be selling their inventory. But they had already been working on a new paper trimmer. And oh my goodness, you guys. I'm going to show you guys a picture of it if y'all haven't seen it yet. It's going to be a one of a kind, obviously, because close to my heart's not going to be producing these anymore. But let me show you guys a quick picture of what this looks like. I ordered mine yesterday. Look at this. And they're already marking them down. Originally, they were supposed to sell for $34.95, and they've been marked down. I want to say that's like 30%. They're already marking them down. And right now, the blades, the two blade cutting pack is already sold out. The only ones that are still available is the cutting and scoring blade packs. And as you can see, they were originally supposed to sell for $5.95, and they're marked down to $4.17. So if you're interested in getting this paper trimmer, the arm, it's my understanding from the video, the arm extends out to like 17 inches, not the typical, what does mine extend out to? I don't even know where mine is. I can't even get to mine right now. What does mine extend out to? 12 or 13? Mine extends out to, what is that? 15? The Fiskars one extends out to 15. So this one extends out another 2 inches, which is crazy. But yeah, if you want to go grab that, and make sure you go check out the all the other deals. I was gonna kind of go through at the end after I'm done with this and do a quick walkthrough of what everything's on clearance. I was able to grab a trimmer and some extra blades, and hopefully I'll be able to find blades in the future. I was able to get several packages, so hopefully we'll still be able to find some blades. They seem to be pretty universal for most of the trimmers. But yeah, that's one of the things that they literally just added to the product line yesterday, and they've already marked them down. So I just looked before I started my live, so they're still available. You're looking for a good trimmer. This side seems to be longer. The other ones were more. I'll have to show you what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm not looking at the instructions either, so that probably. I mean, they're similar, but not quite. All right. Oh my goodness. So we got a lot happening down here in this bottom right-hand corner. Let's get my pieces here. We got that piece, that piece, that piece, that piece. Oh my goodness. We got that piece, that piece, and where is the journaling part? Is that the journaling? I think that's the journaling part, but the windmill gets covered up. It's a lot of pieces. We got that piece, and there's a sticker that says this day. And then we got a couple of, there's a lot happening in this corner, y'all. Trying to get all my pieces. That goes there too. Okay. Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to take this piece of pattern paper and we're going to dovetail. We're going to dovetail this cut here. And we're going to get this down first. So let's do that. And this one's going to go, you know what? I think this piece goes down first. Hold on. What is that piece? That's the sticker. What's weird is this piece goes down. This piece goes down first. So let me scooch. Oh. But some of this is going to get covered up. Like this windmill already gets covered up. All right. Well, we're gonna figure this out together, you guys. Let me scoot this over here a little bit, and then let's get this piece down first. Kind of over here to the right. And then we have this piece that we need to dovetail. The dovetails on this page are starting on the bottom and working their way up. Let me get that one down. And then we have this piece here that seems to be entirely too long for some reason. So we're going to cut this down a little bit. And oops, let's get that piece off. And this piece is going to go right here. And this last piece, which is this die cut, we're going to have to cut that down a little bit too. So let's just cut that down. Let's use that other piece. We're going to use these two pieces, even though we're going to have to cut that down a little bit more because it's supposed to sit right here. There we go. All right. And then let's put this down with a dimensional. Use a small one back there. put that down right here in the corner. And then, which one was it? I think it was this day sticker right here. This one's going to go back behind. Oh, that is so crooked, Barbara. Let's try to move that. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. All right. And then now we have this barn sticker. So we got this barn sticker. But let me hold on to that. It's you and me. You and me. The you and me sticker needs to go down right here. And then the barn sticker, we're going to just put right on top of that. That's probably a little bit off, but that's okay. One of these big white star die cuts. We're going to put a a glue dot on that and put that right there along that line. And then the smaller one, you can't see it, but it's got a little bit of design to it, some dots. We're going to put a glue dot on the back of that one and stick that one off to the side. Making sure I got all my pieces. Right here is where like a photo goes. And I can't tell if it's that one. I can't tell. No, it goes on here. So this Home Sweet Home sticker gets matted on top of this piece of mink. And am I using the light? I'm using the lighter side. That's kind of odd. We're going to pop that up. I'm going to use some dimensionals down the center. If I can get it off, go. So tomorrow, if you missed the very beginning, tomorrow's scheduled live is going to be pre-recorded. I'm going to pre-record that video tonight so I can take tomorrow off because I haven't been feeling well, you guys. Okay, what's interesting is up here in the top left-hand corner and down here, you can put a couple of pictures, although there's no mats. The mat that was cut for this paper, we used it to do this Home Sweet Home. So all of this up here, all of these pieces go on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put them down. I guess if I wanted to, I could go cut another piece of mink square to put it on there, but it's kind of odd. So we got that little half circle down, and then we've got another ticket that's going to go down and hang out right there. Then we have this tag. Get that tag off. Try to get that middle piece out. This tag goes on next, and the tag goes right there. And we have another one of these circles and another one of these stars that we're going to mat on top. And then we're going to take that and let's put that up with a dimensional. I think that ends up going on a dimensional. I'm going to hang that right there. That way there's room for a picture below that. And then we have, there's supposed to be a darker piece that goes there. And let me show you what I'm talking about. That piece right there. I don't have any other pieces other than this sticker. I'm trying to figure out where the sticker goes. this sticker actually goes over here, right above the you and me. That's where that one goes. But I have 2 stars that need to go on. This one I know is going to go off the side a little bit. So I can go ahead and put this one on with a glue dot. So let's get a glue dot on there. And that one kind of hangs off the end like that. Since I'm missing the harbor little banner, I don't know if I just didn't include it or if it's in with my scraps. But remember we had these other 2 pieces. I want to use this big piece because I think that one is going to blend in too much with that half circle. So let's put that there instead. Okay, you're not going to see the whole thing anyway after it ends up, the picture goes on top. So let's get a glue dot on the big star because the big star is going to hang out kind of right there. And remember that smaller banner that we cut from the bottom one? Let's put that on somewhere. Let's put that on. Where can we put that? Let's just put it down here. Let me trim it just a little bit more straight. Let's do that. Let's just put that one right next to that one. So it's kind of staggered, still staggered. And then I think that's all the pieces that are left with that. It's kind of awkward because this one didn't have photo mats, but I've got some loose ones right here. We can kind of pretend that we're going to put a photo there. But if you had a photo there, you can see this would be probably a 4x4 photo to help fill it up a little bit more. But you can kind of see that when you put your photo, the other ones I have, this one's a 3x3. That one could probably go there. And if this was another one, it can kind of go right there as well. It's kind of awkward how these didn't have photo placeholders for these particular pages, but it kind of gives you room that if you had larger photos, they would still fit. And it doesn't look like anything else belongs on there because that's all the stickers that I have left for that page. So I'm going to leave that one kind of like that with those photo placeholders loose. And then let me pull this up a little bit so I can bring back the first page next to it. Look at that. It's pretty. So pretty. I'm glad I was able to grab an extra one of these kits because I do plan on putting this in my own personal scrapbook once I get an opportunity to do some actual scrapbooking of my own. What you think? That's the final layout for the Good Life Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. So if you were able to get your hands on one of these kits, that would be pretty close to what your final layout would look like. Thank you for sharing, Darcy. It's okay. That's what the replays are for, you guys. If y'all can't make the lives, I don't take it personal because I know everybody's got different schedules. We're in all kinds of different time zones. And so, yeah. So, yeah, let me do a couple of announcements and then we'll get a drawing out of the way. So if you're here just to watch the demonstration to get an idea of what your layout was supposed to look like or pretty close to, you can log off. Other than that, you can join us for a few more minutes while we go through some announcements and some upcoming announcements, that is. So by the way, when you're on my website, I'll get credit for orders through the end of this month. So we still have a couple of weeks until I am no longer a close to my heart maker. But when you're shopping with me, you're going to see, I just popped this up. You'll see at the top, it'll say you're shopping with me. And thank you to everybody that has already submitted orders. I've gotten several orders just in the past couple of days since the clearance rack updated with some major savings out there. And so thank you to everybody that's placed their orders. Also, this is a sneak peek of what is to come May 1st. If you haven't seen my other sneak peek video from last week, I'm not going to name the name of the paper because you can see the name of the paper there, but the May class kit in the mail is going to be using this Be Happy suite of products. I've got some things that I'm still waiting I had several different smaller orders, and so I've got stamps coming in one order and dies coming in another, and the paper coming. It was kind of weird how I ordered all this stuff, but either way, the spring project is also going to be using this paper as well, and I'm not going to tell you what the spring project is. It's going to be a surprise because I have to assemble it myself and be able to show you what the finished product is going to look like. So keep a lookout for May as far as the class kit in the mail and the spring project. So that's kind of a sneak peek. But let me share my screen. Let's share my screen. And we got, I think I'm still logged in. We're about to find out. Nope. Let's make sure I'm logged in here. We're going to do a drawing for last week. And if you're new and watching the channel or the replay, I do weekly drawings. And what am I going to give away? Let's do the drawing and then I'll show you, because I cannot see when I'm sharing my screen. I cannot see what I'm showing. So this is everybody that watched last week's video. Thank you to everybody that watched and commented and shared. Whether you were watching from Facebook or YouTube. And let's spin it, and then I'm going to grab the prize. Hey, it's Beverly. Congratulations, Beverly. And I'm going to show the prize in just a moment. So while I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to share with you the close to my heart clearance section, so you can kind of get an idea of what is out there. And I'm just going to scroll down, and hopefully this is showing it. It shows me that I'm still sharing my tab, but there's that paper trimmer. And as you can see, the 2-pack of cutting blades is already unavailable. But the cutting and scoring blades is still available. But look at those. You got thin cuts, stamp envelope. Those are 3x3 stamp envelopes. I'm just going to kind of quickly go down here because you can go and check this out for yourself. But there are stamp sets that are standalone. There's stamp sets that come with the thin cuts. There's albums out there. There's die cuts out there. There's everything from all seasons. Literally all seasons are out here. Look, there's some Christmas and winter stuff right there. There's albums that are still available. Those are 6x6, and that ballerina one is 8.5 by 11. If you ever collected any of the workspace trays, those are out there marked way down. There's some die cuts, more thin cuts. If you're into shaker cards, the curved rectangle oval shakers out there. I think there was some stars on there and some hearts that were out there. There's some loose gems. If you're into slimline cards, there's a slimline shaker window and with the foam and acetate as well. And if you regularly make cards and want some super cute thin cuts for your envelope flaps, the 4 1/4 by 5.5 envelope flat thin cuts are out there, and they're marked down to $6.73. That is like a basic staple, that you should have, so that you can decorate your envelopes. And look at all this. There's some slimline stuff. Look at that dancing ballerina stamp in thin cuts. That's a stamp and some die cuts there. They're low on quantity, so it'll tell you if it's low If you need some memory page protectors, I'm telling you, they have a little bit of everything out here. The shimmer brushes are out there. Not all colors are available because some are already starting to sell out. Summer stuff, birthday stuff. All pets go to heaven. Oh, I didn't see that one the first time. Some thin cuts by themselves. And then you have these little Stampin' Thin Cuts. There's the Star Shaker foam and acetate. And there's your circle shaker thin cuts right there. More brushes. These little 4x4 albums. We have Bluebell, and then we have the little white one. $4.88, y'all, for these tiny little, well, 4x4. You know, it's a decent sized little album, especially if you want to do something really quick and give it as a gift. Even the Lagoon 6x6 story album is only $5.23. There's a workshop that includes an album right there for $5.23. There's the little 4x4 heart one. I gave away one of those about, a month ago. More stuff, more stuff. I mean, it goes on and on. I'm only halfway through, you guys, as I'm scrolling through this. Look at that. If you're a military, there's a military one, Because of the Brave Stampin' Thin Cuts for $9.43. They are marking stuff down. There's a barbecue scrapbooking stamp with thin cuts. You want to be prepared for Easter next year. There's some Easter blessings stamp and thin cuts. You got some bunnies. Daisy Meadows scrapbooking stamp thin cuts. These have low quantity. Some pie chart. See that? Build a pie thin cuts. Got some more thin cuts. Build a rainbow. Confetti. There's your heart shaker window thin cuts. Glitter paper. This little mini envelope is so stinking cute. That is so cute. And that would go perfect for those of you that scrapbook that want to create your own little pocket to put in with your scrapbooking pages. If you have like a little memento of some kind you want to hold on to and put inside your scrapbook. Some window thin cuts. This is simple serif uppercase thin cuts for $13.48. An entire set, alphabet set there. It's still going. Look at this. And that's just because they just recently added some stuff to it. As the days progress, they're going to be adding more. So here's more shimmer brushes. This is the classic alphabets. This is normally almost $90, and it's been marked down to $40.48. If you like the classic alphabet. This alphabet thin cuts, these are like 1.5 inches tall. These are some pretty big letters there. There's some sangria ribbon, black velvet ribbon, more memory protectors. Look at the micro tip scissors. These aren't the ones that are the excuse me. These aren't the ones that are the nonstick, but they're still micro tip scissors for $12.57. There's some acrylic blocks that are still available. And then it starts to get into all the kits, like the little pocket scrapbooking kit type stuff. The scroll down. We're almost to the end. Those are 5x7 white cards and envelopes. So I've never used 5x7. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for some Christmas kits, this Silver Bells one is gorgeous, you guys. It's a scrapbooking workshop kit for $17.43. I'm going to see if I can click on that. Make that bigger. Look at that. That paper is so pretty, you guys. Keep going. Look at the flamingo Christmas stamp set and thin cuts. That's so cute. And then ornaments, and I think we're down to the end. There's a lot of stuff on there, so make sure, even some of the stuff that I've been working on recently, like the gnomes, that scrapbooking stamp set and thin cuts is there. But make sure that you bookmark this website and keep checking back You got some backgrounds. If you like little critters, you got some critters and thin cuts down here for $10.83. There's no rhyme or reason as far as like what you see line after line. It just kind of, before you know it, it goes from sticker sheets back to something else. But that is it. That's just a quick, get out of that. That's just a quick overview of what's out there on the clearance rack. But make sure that you, wait, what? Y'all couldn't see anything except the winter page? Did I just show all that and y'all didn't see nothing? Oh my goodness. And on my side, it showed that it was showing. It gave me the option to stop sharing. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. Well, y'all are going to have to go check it out for yourself. Hello, Susan. Sorry about that. Like literally, it was showing me that I was sharing my screen. Beverly likes this kit. After cleaning your craft shed, I have no more room for anything. Well, I'm glad you got it clean. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. I thought it was showing the screen. But make sure you go check it out for yourself. You'll know, like I said, you'll know you're shopping with me if you see my name at the top of the page like that. So, yeah, I'm sorry. But that is it for tonight's demonstration. I think I got through all my little announcements. Did I? Yes, I did. Showed you the new cat, showed you the new the new paper trimmer that's on sale. Gave you a sneak peek of what's to come in May. I'm really excited about May going forward. We'll see how I feel the rest of tonight. I want to go ahead and pre-record tomorrow's video, but if I do, it'll show up as a premiere. But if I don't, then I'll just be live after all tomorrow at 3, depending on how I feel. But what did Beverly win? Let's see. Now that we can see back here, what did Beverly win? All right, so I made some of these up. I'm not going to say why I made these up, but I made some of these up, and I have a few extras. And Beverly, you might see this and know exactly what it is. You can see kind of like that right there. And it just says smile. And then, of course, I made it. So if you have an idea of what that might be with your crafting and sewing and stuff like that, you might need it. This is something you'll probably keep in your purse. But I'll hold on to this for you, or put this out in the mail Monday. But congratulations. Like I said, I won't say what it is because I made them for a specific purpose, but it could also be considered a sneak peek as well. And that's all I'm going to say. But it is super cute. I packaged them myself with some older, what are they called? Gusseted envelopes that I still had. So it was the best thing. And I just put a little topper on it. But that is using the Honey Bunny card making workshop, the card making stamp set, and the butterfly thin cuts that come with it. So yeah, and then the pattern paper is from the March April mix in paper pack, I believe is what that is. So yeah, but thank you all for joining me this evening. Yeah, I plan on it. You've been sick a week? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been not feeling well the past couple of days. I've been waking up with some crazy anxiety and not feeling very well in my tummy. And I thought it would pass, but it's not passing. And so I get these little waves of, like, I'll feel fine for like an hour. And then before you know it, it just overcomes me and it puts me out for a little while. And I just have to sit and catch my breath and kind of pull myself back together. I've gone outside several times just to kind of get some fresh air in me. And I don't know I don't know what it is, but I don't like the feeling. And so if I start to feel worse, then we'll just see what happens tomorrow. But I want to go ahead and pre-record tomorrow's video because I'm going to be, I'll tell you what tomorrow's video is going to be. It's going to be with the astrological signs stamp sets that I have. And I'm starting out with me. I'm a Taurus. So I wanted to do, I've already done one project, but I want to do another complementary project to go with it so that I show two things. Yeah, so keep a lookout. It'll either be a premiere or I will actually go live. And other than that, enjoy the rest of y'all's evening wherever you're at. And we will see y'all tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m., whether I'm live or it's a premiere. So enjoy y'all's evening, y'all. Bye.